Okay, I am making this video because I want to talk about um, something that I learned really, really quick. Okay, I know a lot of people heard the saying, "What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger." What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Okay, you have to remember that. Um, if you have fear or anything like that and you're still living, that means whatever it was is not strong enough to take you out. Okay, um, and the reason why I say this is because sometimes we give too much power um, to people, places, and things that you are supposed to rule over, and you're supposed to rule over not lightly, but with an iron fist. Like really, you're supposed to be dominating, you know. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I just went. I know that looks so crazy, but whatever. Okay, I just going through what I went through and coming out of it, coming out of tough, difficult situations, not only with difficult people and unruly and rude people, but with narcissists and just a lot of toxic people. Some people who were toxic and didn't even know it. First, let me start off by saying if a person is toxic, they are toxic. It should not matter. You should not go around trying to diagnose someone, seeing if they're a narcissist or not. Okay, only a psychologist can do that, or a psychiatrist can do this. Only a licensed professional is able to do that. And even then, a lot of those times people misdiagnose. Okay, so just understand that. Please do not go around um, doing that. Now, with my situation, I knew what he was because, for one, he had all the symptoms and the signs, and for two, the main thing is that when we went to counseling, that's what he was diagnosed as. He had an antisocial, like he was just straight out the book. The second one was the same way. He was already diagnosed with that, you know. But I will tell you this, coming across those type of people made me come across a lot of other types of people like bipolar, uh, people who had a lot of other mental issues that was really, really, like I said, toxic. And I'm not saying that all bipolar people are toxic. That's not the case. But when you have any type of imbalance, that's what the toxic person being just an unhealthy person or a person who is malicious intentionally. The thing you need to do is remember of self-preservation and taking care of yourself. So that's what this video and this clip is about. It's not about bashing anyone else, because and the ultimate goal is to take the shift, stop shift blaming and taking the shift off of them and what you did wrong, and making sure that you understand the lesson is for you. The blessing is there because you got free from whatever toxic or chaotic relationship or any relationship that was not working for you, you know. People don't understand that sometimes healthy relationships can be toxic to a toxic person because they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to handle it. That's why you're having a toxic relationship. It's just totally an imbalance. Okay, something that you do not want. Okay, um, so what do you need to do? You need to let go and find out what it is that you are missing, that you are lacking, and what is contributing that to what is equating to that for you to go to someone else uh, that is leaving you with withdrawals. What is it that you're missing, that this person cannot provide, but you're going to? What is it that they're providing that you cannot get from anyone else? And a lot of times you'll see different when you start writing it down and figuring it out and looking around. After you have to first of all take yourself out of the situation. And I'm not saying physically, but I mean mentally. Sometimes it's physically too if it gets too toxic. But you need to take yourself out the situation and evaluate, you know, what is beneficial, what is not so much, you know. Everyone has goods and strengths and weaknesses. what is, excuse me, my nose is like running. Um, what is good for you? What is working for you? What is good for you? What is not um, good and healthy, not only for you, but the person in the relationship dynamic? Okay. Once you find that out, and you find out what you need, you have to ask yourself, is this something that I am able to do or to work on to make it better? What is my contribution to it? What is the other person's contribution to it? Am I willing to do the work to make this happen? Is the other person willing to work to do it? Because usually, I know with myself, and I'm not saying I'm on a pedestal or anything or better than anyone or anything like that. I was trying to make things work when it was not designed to work at all, okay? Or people, or trying to keep people in my life who was not designed to stay there that long. They were just supposed to give you to one spot, then leave, then go to the next spot. And then you start noticing, even though this person has potential to be what you want them to be, or to be a great contributor of your life, and you can even see it manifesting. You see it how they do with others, but then you notice that they don't do it with you, and that's just basically they probably don't see you as value, you know, although you are. So you have to understand that. And it's, I want to say that it's not, you know, because at first I was like, that was really bad because I gave my all and I would expect someone to give their all to me. Well, yeah, you can expect that. But when we have these expectations, um, it leaves us to a lot of assumptions and a lot of heartbreak. And the truth is, some people don't believe in you that way. So you have to retract and reassess and give your energy, take your energy to somewhere else to that is more pleasing. And what it is that you're doing is shifting the energy. Like I said, it's shifting. You're shifting your energy from yourself to this person to try to make them something that they don't want to be. So you got to realize that. You really do have to realize that, you know. Once you can see that and you can see the selfishness in that, because it is selfishness. I don't care what no one says. That's selfishness, you know. I had to look at that as myself. And you could be like, well, I was a victim, blah, blah, this. I no longer consider myself as a victim. You know, I was very ignorant. So I was I guess you could say a victim by default, but I wasn't. Now, no longer I am a victim because I understand. So what I had to do is withdraw from that and heal myself and say, and make better standards and say, no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, you know, the difficulties that I might face, I'm going to try to do the best that I can. But I know that in order to keep myself sane and healthy, I'm going to stay away from people who don't respect who I am as a person, who don't respect my core values, um, who don't respect how I respect on treating others, you know. And this has nothing to do with religion or being in the same kind of group or social interactivities. If you can't be respectful to people or be polite, I'm not saying being nice. Sometimes you have to be harsh. Sometimes you can't be nice, you know. But if you are not respectful to people and you push their values aside to make yours stand out or something like that, I know I can't be with you. I cannot, you know, I can respect your decision and you're entitled to it. However, to enter into this arena, into my space, I understand that it would be a situation of compromise, which is something I no longer want in my life, you know. Um, so like I said, what don't kill you only makes you stronger. And I had to learn this time and time again. Even as I started progressing, I got out of the relationship and started progressing. I started learning that I was coming around people, and it's an everyday thing. Sometimes these people are um, dog eat dog world kind of. A lot of people are in that mentality, you know, I have to get you before you get me kind of thing. So you have to be prepared for it. Everyone doesn't think like you. Everyone doesn't think like Bill. Everyone doesn't think I should be respectful, but I have to be on guard and I have to be prepared that when it comes, I know how to handle myself, you know, and handle myself accordingly to where it is safe. to where it is safe and it is sound, and not worry about the rejection of what other people believe that is considered nice or being ethically played, or a lot of people lose their lives because they want to appease people and not get people upset about what's going on. A lot of things are hidden because we want to sit and we want to have this facade and keep that everything is going on, and that when it does get out of hand that you can handle it. But if you don't tackle it, if you overlook a lot of things, or how someone's treating you, or how they're talking to you, or the little side marks that they make, or the little side comments they make about, your weight, how you look, how you talk, yeah. Eventually it gets worse. It gets worse because you're unconsciously giving them the okay, saying that, it doesn't bother, it doesn't matter, When I went into the shelter, and this lady was talking to me, and I was like, I didn't even know my voice mattered, and I didn't even know I had said that. And she was like, what? You do matter. I was like, I didn't even think I mattered, and I didn't even know that I had that inside of me all built up like the whole time. But now that I look at it over the years of how I was taught to let things slide and not to look and to turn the other cheek a lot, it's nothing wrong with turning the other cheek, but to the point where it gets to where you're turning the other cheeks, there's no more cheeks to turn. You don't have to stay in that kind of relationship where you have to always be the submissive one. You always have to be the I don't want to say submissive because I am submissive to God, but I'm saying in a human relationship, this kind of spiritual relationship back and forth with people, it's no way that you should be always putting your viewpoints and your standpoints and what you feel and how you feel about yourself and others on the back burner for someone else, okay? And if once you let go, you're going to see a lot of things happen, a lot of shifts change. And usually when you get out of this situation, the only reason before you get out of the situation, the reason why you tend to hold on and you feel like you're clasping for dear life. But I promise you that shift is going to change. And the reason is because you're feeling like you've been beaten down and you've been already trained in your mind. What is this? What if, okay? It is already 13 minutes, so I'm going to get a part 2 of what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Please stay tuned. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Thank you.